get a big old leech. I'm gonna get you. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm sorry, Monty. I'm sorry. You popped your nose on the lens. I'm sorry. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am out with Monty, Lord of the Overbite, and we're gonna spend another night out here winter camping. I've always wondered what it must be like to never be able to close your mouth. I don't think he's had his mouth closed a day in his life. I always like to imagine that his top lip is singing to his bottom lip, and they're just like, hold me closer, bottom lip. Doodle-doo-doodle-doo-doo-doo. Let's try to close mouth today. Right, Monty? Right? Oh, oh. What are you doing? What are you doing standing on my stuff? Yeah, anyways, so we've got a winter storm warning today. We are at the beginning of a winter storm. It's supposed to get really windy here soon and gusts up to 40 miles an hour. I think we're supposed to get at least a foot of snow tonight, so it's going to be a good one. It was a whiteout conditions earlier on the road, and it was very dangerous driving. That's probably the most dangerous thing about coming out in here in a winter storm. I'm not going to lie, I almost rear-ended a semi, totally okay, but I did that thing, you know, when you're driving and it's snowy, and you've got just the path, there's just the tire tracks, and then there's that mid-bank of snow. Well, the semi was going like 35 miles an hour with the blinking lights, and I was like, oh, I'm a very confident driver, I'm gonna pass this. So I start to go to turn, and both my tires get stuck in those two divots of snow, and I couldn't go left, I couldn't go right, I couldn't stop, and I was just skidding into this semi, just maintaining speed, and I was like, brake, 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 and then all of a sudden I was like, argh! Needless to say, once I gained control of my car, I stayed behind that semi the rest of the way. So yeah, late start. Yeah, we got a late start, as you can see, because of the storm and everything. And you know, I've had a lot of people ask me why I'm always getting late starts. Anyways, we're gonna try to build a shelter tonight that's like kind of bunkered down because we're supposed to get heavy snowfall, heavy winds. We don't want to get smoked out like last time, so we've got to go a ways further, find a nice spot, and get to work. So let's get to it, Monty. Let's go. So I wanted to mention quick why sometimes when I'm out in these winter storms, it doesn't seem like there's crazy snowfall or there's crazy amounts of wind. Well, that is because I try to plan it out so that I'm in a protected area that blocks the wind. And there's a big difference between, you know, a winter storm or a snowstorm versus a blizzard, which I never, you know, I haven't camped out in a blizzard. That's a little nuts in these parts, because as you can see, it's very thick. I'm going through some thick stuff. So if you were to camp out in a blizzard, which is 60-mile-an-hour winds sustained, you have a high risk of trees falling on you. And I don't really mess around with that. But even though the winds are supposed to get up to, I think 20 sustained, gusts up to 40, it's not gonna seem that bad because I'm gonna pick an area that's protected. Now I gotta be careful because see up there, that tall tree? All these tall trees, there's a good chance these tall skinny pines, the top's snapping off, making a spear and falling down on you. You don't want that, not at all. So it's gonna be snowing and it's gonna be breezy, but it's not gonna look like it because we're gonna be in a protected spot according to plan. And also it's the weather. You never know what the weather's gonna do. Heck, it could get sunny, and just turn to 50, make a little puddle, and maybe we'll just go bathing in a puddle later. You never know, it's the weather. But I have to find my way through this crap. Okay. I'm sweating. Yep, sweating like a pig. And for those of you that say pigs don't sweat, well that little phrase right there wasn't derived from pigs at all. Look it up. Yeah, it's warm today. It's about 30 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 0 -1 Celsius, pretty much -1. It's not, 0 is 32 Fahrenheit, so it's close, right on the verge. But I'm going through that thick storms. I'm out of breath, sweating. Anyways, this is our spot for the evening. Pretty good spot. Couldn't be much better than this. So basically, we don't got many tall trees right next to us for snapping off. Lots of open little stuff. There's these pine trees, but the wind should be coming from this way if I did everything correctly. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, wind's gonna come from this way, like this. So, yeah, pretty good spot. It's the perfect spot, but I am warm. But as I said, we got a late start. We have got roughly 2.5 hours to get everything done. The plan right now is to see how deep the snow is. It should be at least a couple feet still. We've had some warm days. Should be deep enough to dig down. I'm gonna make a nice insert and some high walls down to a fire pit, and then we're gonna lay logs over the top. If we have enough material and we have enough time, we'll use only logs. If we don't, we'll put some logs in the tarp and we'll have a nice little den. We're gonna call it a Monty Bear's den. So first things first, we gotta get to work shoveling. Let's see. Want our walls to be here. Fire pit down here. About that wide. Should be good. A little back up to this. That should be good. Let it begin. I'm sorry, Monty. I'm sorry. Monty, what are you doing in my shelter? Huh? It's your shelter too. Don't do that. No, don't do that. You know, one of my most important tools that you don't think about. Go ahead. In this deep snow, because winter camping here, always deep snow. Always got lots of snow. I mean, it's been melting, and we still got feet. I mean, feet of snow is a shovel. That's the tool. Not to get too off topic here. You know, they make light collapsible shovels, you know, for backpacking and whatnot. But you wouldn't want to be doing this with a teeny little possible to break shovel. This is a poly, I don't know what it's called. It's a Poly Pro shovel. It's like indestructible, I think is what it's like claimed to be, but it definitely does its job. And I would not want to be caught without my shovel doing this sort of stuff, especially like Quincy making. Whee! No sir. No sir, no how. Oh yeah, it's very still. The wind has not picked up at all. It's not supposed to pick up till dark. And the snow's coming down. It's not insane right now. It's accumulating, but it's nothing crazy. It's all supposed to start, I think, right when it gets dark is when the heavier accumulation is supposed to begin. And the storm starts to kick in, because right now we got southeast winds, and every hour it's switching to northeast, which is this way. And that's when we're going to start to see the winds, and the snow is when the weather change comes, the wind shifting directions. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hoyayo. Oh, 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 oh. Hoyaya, hayo, hayo. Oh, oh. Oh. Hayaya. 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 Okay. Oh, juice. Juice. Oh, juice. Juice. Okay. Oh. Okay. There you go. Come here. All right, lay down. Come on. You got sticks in your tail. All right, lay down, Monty. Good boy.
It's at least 4 feet. My little walls here. I'm sure it'll go a little bit lower once I lay on the logs. But so far we've got a nice little spot here. Should be pretty good. He's getting wet. I brought out 2 towels for him today. I knew he'd get wet. I'm gonna be wet too. We might wake up with crunchy gear again. Because when it's snowing like this and you're right on the verge of freezing, my body heat is making this so it's kind of just melting as soon as it gets to me. Nothing you can do about that. Same with Monty. That's why he's licking so much. It's not because he's cold or he's hurt. It's because he's wet. And Monty, when he's wet, he licks it until it's dry. He's a groomer. He grooms himself. But it is beautiful out right now. And it's so still. It's definitely just, it's not a storm right now. It's just like beautiful winter weather. Big snowflakes falling. Yeah, it's gorgeous out. I love it when the snow's falling like this. It's not even cold. Oh, I'm just like, I'm warm. I've got my jacket open, I'm sweating. Well, luckily, no logs or trees on the ground so far. So yeah, we'll have a fire pit right here. This is pretty much dug out, just needs to be lightly cleaned up. But the ground's gonna be uneven anyway, so I'm gonna need a little snow to make it flat. But yeah, we've got a nice little spot here. So, I just need to catch my breath. Yeah, shoveling snow. So now we need to get some logs. Luckily, through this really thick stuff, there's lots of dead pines. I think I saw a bunch on the way in, so I'm assuming I'm gonna find a bunch. But they don't need to be thick or long, they just need to be somewhat sturdy. I mean, they can even be like pretty dead and not so sturdy, but if we get too much snow, which I don't know, I think it's just gonna be a light fluffy snow all night. I don't think it's gonna be too crazy. So even if we got a foot of this, it wouldn't be, you wouldn't need a bunch of super dense logs to handle this. So anyways, let's bust out the axe. Let's get some logs, pull them back here, start laying them up. Okay, there is stuff all over. This is pretty much perfect. This right here, I mean, yeah, see, it's very light pine and it's dead. I can just, I'll probably just push this over. And it's just got a small diameter, but it's gonna be plenty to keep the snow off me tonight. Oh yeah, I love working with dead pine that's not wet. So, what I'm gonna do is start by just walking around and seeing what I can push over with my hands. And then we'll bring them back, but that's definitely got enough length. But yeah, we're just gonna see what we can get without having to chop anything, just pushing it over for now to start. So let's find some more. We're gonna get about 8 of these. Oh, this one's long. Let's see. Monty. Little frosty bunny. Okay. This should be a start. Monty, you're getting covered in snow. Yeah, it's a wet snow. It's a snowman snow. That's what it is. You don't want this right now, huh? Fine. Fine. So first thing we need to do is measure out one piece, and then we will cut that piece and make all our cuts. So right now, let's see, is this the widest section? Right there. It's a little bit wider right there, so we'll give them a little extra room. Either way, it should be fine. We'll go about like that. So what we're going to do is basically put a log every foot as far as we can go, and then we're going to lay the tarp over it and take some stakes and pull it taut. And these logs are going to keep the snow that accumulates. It's not going to sag. It might sag like a hair in between each log, just a little bit. It's not going to matter. As long as the stakes are pulling it tight on the outside, it's going to be supported. And these are all dry, dead pine. Some of them are going to be a little more rotten near the bases, but for the most part, it won't really matter as long as they're not falling apart. You know, I'll give them a little tap with the axe when we break off all the sticks here. But this will be a good first one. So let's measure this, and this will be the length. We're going to need to take off these snowshoes though. Hi, Monty. Hey. Hey, pal. That should be... This is going to be more than enough because the way I've got it angled. So this will be safety margin length. And I want to make sure to save all these ends because these are going to be my stakes and firewood. Okay, well, apparently I wasn't recording that whole time. You know, when I take off the snowshoes, I have to march through this like 3 feet of snow, and it's going up to my waist here. And I was trudged through, and I set up the camera over here to capture it, me measuring the logs and cutting this way. I was all huffing and puffing out of breath, and I turned it on, focused it, and turned it back off. So yeah, I just measured up all our logs. We got some that are a little too short, but it should be all right. And we did get our first gust of wind. The snow has gotten really light and I don't know, really fine snow. So it's definitely, we're hearing some breeze. I'm seeing the trees move a little bit. So the weather's coming, at least the wind's coming. Like it said, we've got roughly, I don't know, not quite an hour of light left. And the wind is supposed to be coming around dark, so so far it's on schedule. But right now we're just gonna take off all these pokies for the, that'll rip my tarp up a little bit. And then we're gonna stack them up, get the tarp up, see how many we got, see what else we need to do. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and if we do one every foot, we should have plenty because my tarp's only 10 feet long. We're getting those little breezes, nothing crazy. Monty's getting buried there. So we're gonna have to move our Monty. We are going to stack these up, get the tarp, get the shelter complete, and then we'll work on firewood and whatnot because we're getting a little low on time. We've still got some time. We've got half hour 45-ish. I'm not quite sure when the sun sets, but let's stack these logs and then set up the tarp, because we are starting to get a little breezy here. Do you think it's reasonable to just sit there and get covered in snow? I don't think it's reasonable, Monty. Are you closing your eyes on me? You are, aren't you? You're just dozing off? Think I'm talking to the camera again, Monty? I'm talking to you this time. Monty! 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 Monty, come here. Yeah, you, mister. Mr. Frosty Bunny. Come here, come here. Oh yeah, look at you. You're just getting covered in snow. We'll get you back here, Monty, don't worry. Don't worry. We just need to set up the shelter. So let's go with the shorter one to start. This will work. And we're gonna level this all off. We're gonna have to pound them down to make them kind of even. Get this little skinny one here. We're gonna make this a short gap. I don't trust the skinny one. See, that one's not gonna support a ton. Okay, looking good so far. I don't know how far it's going to stretch out to. I don't think it's going to make it this far, but let's see if we got enough room here. Oh yeah, one more and that should be plenty, but we got two, so let's just use them. What? Sorry, Monty. Okay. I don't think we're going to make it this far with the tarp, so we might just use these logs at the end here, whatever doesn't make it, and push it over. So now let's lay the tarp over the top, see how much room we got. Okay. Oh, rat's nest. Okay, rat's nest. Alright, definitely wide enough. That's good news. Very good. I need a couple of sticks of stakes back here. Snow's actually coming down a little bit more now. Yes, it is. Okay, how much room do we got over there? See, we can always adjust the front logs to make this a little bit longer. So let's get this in here, make sure it's back far enough. Do that. This side. Let's see if we got enough room. I want to come back just a hair on this side. So it comes over this little back part here. do. Okay, so once it's done, we're going to kind of pull out this middle here a little bit. Let's see if we gave ourselves enough room, Monty. Okay, did we? Oh, that's about perfect. All right. Hey, for once we did something the perfect size. Would you just? Huh. I can't even believe it. Oh yeah. This is gonna be super cozy. Oh yeah. This is awesome. I think I'm gonna even be able to dangle a light in there. Monty, what do you think? Oh yeah, snow's coming down now. It probably doesn't look any different on camera, but it's picked up. It's definitely picked up. All right, now I'm just gonna smush down these edges here. You know, make it so there's no wind coming through, and then all we gotta do is clean up in here, and shelter's done. That wasn't so bad, and it looks like it's going to be cozy. No wind, no snow. Let's fix up these edges here. Just going to put a little snow over the edges. This one, I do need a little stick back here. A little branch just to hold it in place. This will actually work perfect. Yeah, Monty, what do you think? All right. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see what we got here, Monty. Come here, Monty. This is nice. Hey, buddy. Hi. Don't no kisses. No stinky kisses. Monty. Hi, puppy. I took off his front two booties, if you were wondering, because he wasn't. He was just licking them. His dew claws were sticking out. So I just got to clean this up a hair. But this is cozy. This is definitely going to be a cozy one. Now the only unfortunate thing about this is I might, well, it's not really unfortunate, but I'm probably going to end up just sitting like this with the fire going if it's too snowy. Yeah, so let's get Monty set up here so he has got a nice spot. All right, Monty, come here. Hold on, wait, stay. 1 second. You're a little too frosty right now. You're getting just so much snow on you. Okay, come on in. What do you think? What do you think, Monty? Come here. Yeah, lay down. Check it out. Hey. That's not so bad, right, bunny? Frosty bunny buddy. Yeah. Oh. Put this down here. This will probably end up being my seat for the night. But we might as well wrap up Monty a little bit in his wool blanket, even though he's He's probably still pretty warm. It won't really feel like it. We'll know he doesn't feel like it if he gets up and leaves. But if he stays, then he's all about it. Okay, Monty. Good job. Good job, dude. All right, so we're all set up. I mean, I gotta put my sleep stuff and everything, but we have got a warm, dry spot that is safe from the storm coming, the incoming storm. It's definitely, the snow's gotten heavier and the wind's starting to get there. I think we're gonna get some gusts tonight, but we'll be nice and bunkered down, sound asleep, and I don't think the smoke is really gonna bother us. There's still a chance. I've got that paranoia about the smoke coming in and choking us out, but I'll probably end up sitting here for making dinner and just sitting on the ground and just using this, sitting on my sleeping pad, using this as my back. Probably won't set up my chair because it's just too cozy down here not to. But let's see, we've got 15 minutes roughly till the sun sets. Snow's coming down. I'm gonna go get some more, we need to get some more firewood and then spark up a fire. Right, Monty? Okay, I'll be back. I gotta go get firewood. And I gotta put my hood up because I'm starting to get soaked. Oh, good boy. Oh yeah, this is fairly solid. We can just take a bunch off of this whole big dead thing. Okay, just gonna gather up a bunch of this because this is nice and seasoned and resiny. This will be good. And then we're gonna have to burn mostly pine tonight. So we're just gonna start a fire now, get a coal bed built, get the warmth flowing for the Monty under the shelter, and then I'm gonna keep collecting dead stuff and see if we can find a nice, little bigger diameter one to bring back and process. But if I don't, I can just grab a bunch of this. But it is getting, visibility's going down and the breeze is starting to pick up. So I'm bringing this back. Okay. boy, Monty. Okay. Snows are coming down. Got it all set up. I do need to get more firewood though, so I'm gonna go quickly grab some more branches. I'm not gonna record it. It says starting to get dark a little bit. Grab my headlamp, go get some more trees, and bring them back, and then we can process in the dark. We definitely need more firewood for the night. Okay. Oh. Hi, Monty. So the Monty Bear's cave. No, the Monty Bear's den is complete. Right? You cozy, Monty? Oh, don't try it. No, no, no. I don't want kisses back. Yours are kind of So yeah, we're not going to be able to feel the warmth of the fire like crazy, you know, being over here, but we're going to stay out of the snow. I'll probably end up setting my chair up and just putting on my hood. So I brought a bunch of logs back. I'm going to process those up, and then we're going to get to chillaxing. And I got to put on some layers, that's for sure. Get some layers going. Okay, so I got all my layers on, got my firewood chopped up, got the shelter set up, got all my, did I say I got my layers on? Yeah, I did. I'm repeating myself. Look at me. I have made a path for the Monty. Fire is going. So now we've only got one thing left to do. And that's play fetch with Monty. Everybody, you want the stick? You want the stick? Ready? Got it? Okay, get it, Monty. Oh yeah. So this is a great shelter. I love it. It's nice and cozy under there. You can't even tell it's really windy. The more the snow piles on, the less you can really hear. But the gusts are starting. Yeah, it's coming, and the snow's coming down. Monty, come here. Bring it here, Monty. Bring it here, Monty. That's a good boy. Come on. Good boy, Monty. Good boy. Ah. Oh, yeah, you stinky. Oh, you're vicious. Oh, you're vicious, aren't you? Oh, yeah? You don't want to let go, huh? Oh, Monty, give it to me. Give it to me. Give me that stick. Ooh, he's just... This is the most resistance I've got from the Monty, huh? You little stinker. Get it, Monty. So yeah, one unfortunate thing, out of all the snowstorms I've camped in, which has been, what, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, somewhere in there, 2, 3, 4. But anyways, this has been the wettest one. It is like hovering right around that, just below freezing, and the snow is melting when it's hitting me, so it's definitely going to be a wet one. Tomorrow, my gear is going to freeze, so I'm going to have to, you know, I'll try maybe put my jacket underneath Monty there. I don't really want the zippers to rip the sleeping pad, because we've had a couple mishaps in the sleeping pad department. Like I was saying, he's... Oh no! What could have caused a hole? Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah. It's gonna be wet. Things are gonna freeze. Not the best. Not the best thing. My gloves are just sopping wet. I could probably, if I squeeze them, it's kind of just soaking throughout, but at least my hands are warm. The gloves are wet, everything's wet, except for my insides. My shell is wet on the outside. This is that Carhartt jacket, so it's a little more, it's not just like rain gear material. It's a little thicker, but it still does its job. We're getting some nice gusts. Monty, bring me that stick. What's he doing? Where is it? Oh. Alright, you want this? Come here. Good boy. Get it, Monty. So yeah, I'm just going to keep throwing the stick for Monty here. Keep him entertained. And then our fire's burning down. We got all the wood cut up and everything. So I'm just going to play with Monty a bit here. And then we're going to prepare dinner. Get to cooking. I'm getting a little hungry. Yeah. Oh yeah. Gonna have a good campfire meal tonight. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's just take a minute to appreciate this camera. This Nikon D5500, tried and true. The only DSLR I've ever owned. The only one I'll probably ever buy again. I might change again, but I mean, look at this thing. It's a tank. This is like its 5th snowstorm. I've done this every time. I mean, look at this. Every time I do a zoom shot, I gotta open up the lens like that, and then all the snow gets on there, and then I reclose it. It melts. This is all icy, and it's not just like it's dry snow. This is wet snow, and so I have to every time. And look it, there's just wet ice, and if you look over here, it's open. The sound thingy. So this thing is just taking a beating, and the microphone's doing great too. But this is, yeah, like I said, I do this all the time, and this thing's still going. Yeah, every once in a while you get one of those electronics that just keep on going no matter what, and this is my one right here. This camera has been a beast for me. I love this camera. It's done its duty. You know, One of these days it won't work out so well, but guess what? Until then, it's still going. And I mean, this is, when I go back over near the fire, this has been away from the fire, this is all gonna turn to water. All of it. All of it's gonna turn to water. The screen's all frosty. I know I was just gloating about how awesome that camera was, but we're having a little bit of issues with it. Like I said, the snow is all melty, so the buttons are freezing. So I can't really change the volume and stuff. Ooh, you can see the little crack there. This is my last one of these boards, so I gotta be careful with it. Okay, we need to cut some stuff up. We need to prepare some dinner. So what we are having for dinner tonight is a campfire venison stew. It's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna eat it, and I'm gonna like it, and I'm excited. I don't think we're gonna need to melt any snow. We're gonna put Monty's in the big pot. Yeah, we're gonna put Monty's in the big pot tonight. Okay. Look at how much the snow, see, it's coming down. It may not look like it, but it's coming down. Okay. So first things first. We're gonna do this stew a little bit unconventional. You know, normally I'll cook stuff up and add it as I go. But we're gonna kind of just throw it all in at once and cook it because it's a snowstorm. And that's just how I want to do it. So we're gonna put a little chunk of butter in there to start. And we're gonna get added moisture as it goes. It's gonna like replenish itself. So the first thing we need to cut up is, of course, the white onion. We're gonna put half a white onion in here. Now I'm gonna try to make enough stew to where I can consume all this. I might not be able to. Only time will tell. I'm not really good at consuming all the food that I create. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. No close-up of the white onion today. Just kidding. Always a close-up of the white onion. Must close-up white onion. Add that to the pot. It is just stormy out here. We've got some potatoes. And I'm going to add to the pot. I think I got 4 little red skin potatoes. Snow, just getting too much snow on the cutting board as I'm cutting it up. But yeah, like I said, I would normally cook this all at different stages. But we're just going to add it all in, simmer it all up at the same time, and see how it goes, because I'm sure it's going to be delicious. I'm not going to complain. I'm quite hungry, quite excited for the food. Oh, whoa. Did I have my headlamp on the whole time? Or did that just kick out of nowhere? Oh, it's still on. What are you doing? Turn off. Oh, you know what? What's going on here? I've had it with this. What is going on with this thing? What are you doing? Putting it off to the side for now because I don't know what was going on with it there. Then we've got some parsley. I think we got more parsley. This should probably go in later, but you know what? It's a stew. This is campfire venison stew. We're just gonna coarsely chop it up and add it in. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We've got some garlic.
And chop this up. We're making stew in a snowstorm. Stew in a snowstorm. Stew in a snowstorm. Stew in a snowstorm. Yeah. Alright, we're not gonna mince this garlic. This is just gonna be a rough chop. That's going in. Just like that. Good enough for me. We've also got this massive carrot that we're gonna throw in there. I don't know why it's so big, but this was the size of the carrots today. The bulk carrots. I swear there's no GMO in these carrots. They're just, this is the normal size of carrots. My fingers are getting cold. All right, carrots going in. Going into the stew. Black pepper. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, add some salt. Not too much salt. Not too little salt. Just the right amount of salt. We've also got to add a fresh Monty turd. Harvested fresh, straight from the source. You can see that is a grade A Monty turd right there. We're gonna just throw that into the pot. It has a deep, rich flavor that cannot be matched by anything else. Oh, I guess for a venison stew, we might as well add the venison. Oh yeah. Okay. It's getting serious now. I'm just gonna cut this up into chunks here. It's kind of frozen, you know, because it's winter and we're out here. We're just gonna chunk this up, and Monty's gonna get a portion of this, and we're gonna boil it up in some water or snow for him. And then we'll give him some pumpkin with dinner. Oh, my hands are so cold. I cannot feel my fingers. Oh yeah, so cold. Oh, I can't feel it. Oh yeah, it's cold. Gotta be careful. I cut my finger and I wouldn't even know. Okay, we're gonna give Monty just a nice portion of venison here. Just pick him up some. There, that's a couple more pieces. Okay, that's good for him. Let's just, oh, cold hands. Okay, our stew is ready. We're gonna throw in a little bit of water. Oh, my hands are so cold. Oh, is that? Oh, that's just ice. It looks like plastic, but it's just pieces of ice. All right, we're gonna start with a little bit of water, and then we're gonna add in some snow to make up for the rest of it. But it is now time to get this on the fire and get to cooking. Oh yeah, I'm hungry. Okay, my hands need to go in some gloves. All right, let's get this. We've got to the ground here. We've got to set down the great, the one, the only, the greatest great in all the land. The greatest of the greats. Put Monty's on here. We need a little snow. Alright, Monty's. Set that on there. I don't know whose idea it was to put the touch side thing on these headlamps, but it's definitely not working. You think that's gonna tip over? Oh yeah, it's probably gonna tip over. That's not good. That's good enough. Okay. Whew, wind's blowing. Oh yeah. Okay. We're starting to stew. We're starting to stew. Okay. Ah. Oh jeez. Oh. Okay. Can you even see me? Monty? I think I'm out of the frame. Part of me doesn't want to get up, but the other part of me does, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll get up. Okay. It's snowing. Yeah. I'm toasty. Wind's definitely coming straight from that way. Underneath there where Monty is, it's nice and toasty, or nice and cozy, I guess you could say. But we're gonna have some snow that comes in about this far. So Monty, I mean, it's not gonna matter. He's been getting a little bit of snow on right here, but he's gonna sleep at the end, and my sleeping pad's pushed in. But I'm getting a little bit of snow on the end there, but it's gonna be fine. I don't sleep with my legs straight and extended. But right here, I'm kind of just sitting in the snow a little bit so I don't have to move too much for cooking. But my electronics are acting a little goofy. The light on the camera's kind of acting up, and headlamp's acting up for sure. Headlamp kept turning on, so what I did is, you know, the thing you'd expect an outdoorsman to do, I just wrapped it against this log really hard and just went pah! And it stopped turning on like crazy and just turning on and off. It now works with just the button, just like this. See? Like it should. That's what it should do. Not just turn on nowhere. I just beat it against the log and now it's working normal again. That's how I solve my electronics issues. Oh man. You know, I did bring an extra beer today, but I don't know if it was for the stew. We'll see if I put it in the stew. We'll see. We'll see. Oh. How's it going, buddy?
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna kind of stay toasty and you know, comfortable until my treat's ready, and then I'll eat that and nestle up in a sleeping bag, go to bed. Yeah. Monty.
He was getting so excited to go out today. Hi, boogies. He was following me around. He knows so much when the winter camping is coming. He loves it. Oh yeah. Okay. This is a snow stew. Gotta get this in here mixing. There we go. Oh, that's a hot fire. Oh, my face. Burning. All right. Now it's all the moisture. What is it? What is it? Is there something you want? Is there something you... Oh, I know what it is. I know what he wants. I know. Come over here. Yeah, come over here. Oh, 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 oh. That's what he wants. Right, Monty? Yeah. He wants to be created like a little puppy. A little baby. No, I think he wants venison. But, little Monty Bear will take this, I guess, because, well, now he doesn't have any choice. Good boy. Rusty Bunny, is that enough? Okay, I'll let you down. Oh. Yeah, he wants his venison. Yeah, don't you? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you? Come. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Chop, 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 chop. That looks interesting. I think it's time to. Oh, Monty's is going for the hard boil. We got to be careful. Oh, jeez. Monty, I spilled a little bit of your venison water. Oh, we got a little bit of a ember in there. Oh, that's looking good, even though it's got a ways to go. There's a couple embers in there. You know what? When you're cooking over the campfire, you're gonna get some embers. It's okay. It's gonna happen. There's so much wind and steam that you can't even see in there. It's simmering though. It's still got a ways to go. The onions are getting a little more cooked down, but you can tell the potatoes and carrots still got a bit to go. Once the meat's gonna be done, the meat's probably already cooked, but it's probably tough right now. The longer it simmers, it's going to kind of break down and fall apart. So when these onions and carrots and potatoes are all cooked down and kind of soft, the meat will be pretty cooked down too. Ooh. It's going to be good. I am getting excited. I'm getting real hungry. Ooh. That's a lot of stew. Oh, it's stewing. Sure. Yeah. It's coming down. Come here, Monty. Come here. Come on. I know you want your stew. You want your Monty treats. Come here. Come on. Oh, yeah. My headlamps. Going crazy again for no. Look at it. It's just turning on and off for no reason. You know what? It needs another. Yeah, just work better, caveman. Ugh. Well. It ain't randomly turning on and off no mo. Yeah. The old caveman smash work. Monty, you're just getting full of snow. We're gonna get treats. Both of us are getting treats, okay? You good boy. Oh. Okay. Oh, I know I had a beer up here. Yarr, I had a beer up here. So we're just simmering away? I've been throwing the stick for Monty for a good half hour at least. He's just been, yeah. He didn't really want to sit in here for too long because he can smell his food, but I just had him out there. We're just fetching. Snow is coming down. As you can see, yeah, it's coming down. It's coming down. Gusting around. Sure you can see the wind blowing. It definitely every once in a while it gets me. It's just like right there. Oh. There it is. Ah, it's cold. It's going down my neck. Hey, Monty. Okay. Okay, our stew, everything's about cooked. I did a little taste test, I'm not gonna lie, and it's about cooked. So I'm gonna add in some flour, thicken it up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, that's gonna thicken just nicely. Oh yeah. Alright, we're gonna move off to the side here, this delicious stew, because we've got something magical. Something magical that needs to go in here. Now, venison stew on its own would probably be pretty delicious, but if you have a crispy toasted French baguette to dip, it brings it all together. Oh, yeah, we need some bread here. Oh yeah. This is done. We're gonna put this off to the side, let this cool down while our French bread baguette thing, gets toasted. It has to get toasted, and we want our food to be cool enough to eat it. Okay. Oh, got a little bit burnt on that side. It's okay. It's toasty on that side. Oh yeah. Let's check the thickness of our stew. Oh, that is perfectly stewy. I am going to burn my mouth, guaranteed at least twice. At least twice. Look at that. Oh, that is... Oh, I'm so hungry. Okay. Let's feast. My bread. Oh. Monty, look at my face. You've been such a good boy. I put my finger in it a minute ago. It is a nice, hot, warm meal. Not too hot for him. It's perfect. Right now, it's probably perfect in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, go ahead. Now it's perfect. I am so excited to try this. I want to take my hood off, but I kind of need it. It's snowstorming. Let's just dip this crispy, heated up baguette. Let's see if we can get a nice crunch on this. I don't know if the camera picked that up over the crackle of the campfire and the wind, but it crunched. Oh, crunchy bread and like a stew or a soup or a chili. I just appreciate food so much. being able to have a hot meal in this, wind's blowing around like crazy and just getting wet from the snow falling. But me and this guy, we are having a hot meal. A delicious hot meal. The chance of me eating all this stew is 100%. It's all going to my belly. It's not going to happen. This is garlic and onions and spices and salt and pepper and just non-dog friendly stuff. No. And I'm not even gonna go, we're not gonna go there. No. 70 pounds, 210, 1/3. He had at least half the amount of food I had, so talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. Get back, go lay on your sleeping pad in your nice shelter. Go ahead, go. Dog that gets a sleeping pad blown up from, go lay down. Go, yeah, go. Well, I'm gonna keep stuffing my face here. Monty's gonna keep begging. And I promise you, he's not getting anything. This is going in my belly. It's for me. No. So, I'm gonna stuff my face, eat all this. Fire's gonna burn down. I'm gonna get all my sleep stuff ready. We're gonna get into this cozy shelter and get ready for bed when I'm done eating. So I will check back in with you guys when it's bedtime. You're kind of too frosty to use a towel on. Yeah, but you know what a towel is, don't you? Yeah, you know. You're too frosty. You're not wet anymore. You're just frosty bunny. Come back here. No, come on. Let's go to bed. Good boy. You are a frosty bunny right now. Alright, come on. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down, Monty. Come on. You know, that's pretty much perfect, except it just yeah, we're just gonna turn you around that way. There you go. Now that is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. There, Festiva Beniva. Okay. How's that? Let's get this on you. You might not want all these layers of warmth, but we will see. If we got a restless Monty tonight, he doesn't want all this warmth. If we got a silent, passed out, just laying there Monty, then he approves. There's only one way to know, but he's yeah, he's there now. Okay, so snow's coming down. I think the wind's still blowing around. I can't really hear it in here. It's very quiet and silent. And it's cozy. You can see my breath just like hovering around because we got a nice cozy den here. But anyways, delicious dinner. Yeah, so far this shelter's super cozy. On the pass scale that we developed last time we attempted to camp, this one's a high rating. So far, I'm gonna give this one a 8 out of 10. I mean, I want to say it's a 10 out of 10, like it's perfect, because it's exactly what I planned on doing. But we haven't spent the night in it yet, so we'll reassess in the morning. But for now, it's an 8 out of 10. It'll be a 10 out of 10 if it does its job throughout the night, because it's cozy. There are no leaks in here. It's perfect. So I'm gonna pass out. I will catch you guys in the morning. Good night, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, hi, Monty. Hi. Oh, hey, pal. Hi. How's it going? Hi, Monty. It's a new day. It's a new day, Monty. Oh. Yeah, are you swimming in your sleeping bag?
Oh, just a good boy. Just a good boy. Yes.
So I slept great last night. The winds raged on for a while and then died off early this morning. Well, I thought they died off last night, and then I got up to go to take a pee, and I heard them gusting around. Oh, they're still blowing. It's harder to hear it in here, but yeah, it stopped snowing. Well, it's lightly snowing right now, but the heavy snow stopped. But yeah, we were nice and cozy in here. I didn't feel any wind whatsoever. So this shelter gets a 10 out of 10 on the pass scale. 10 out of 10 on the Posa's assessment of shelter superiority. That's what it stands for. Right, Monty? Because yeah, we didn't get any snow, maybe a hair on my feet, but it did its job. You know, if I wanted to make this warmer, which we didn't need it, I'd make it smaller, but you know, I gotta make room for the dog, and yeah, I'm really satisfied with this. It's a nice, easy shelter. Very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. Anyways, it's time to put some layers on and get up. Monty needs a sticks throwing session before we pack up. Ooh, let's do it. Yes. Oh no. I tried to stuff this under Monty. Oh. The old crunchy jacket. It's back. Oh man. Yeah. It's crunchy. Great. Oh, it's gonna be such a joy to put on. Oh. Hi, Monty. Hi. Hi. Hi, puppy. Hi. Okay, 1 second. Dad's gotta put on the crunchy jacket. Oh, it feels so good. Put your hands through this crispy, frozen jacket. Oh, it's cold. Oh. Oh, it's cold. Oh, my fingers are going numb. I got it. It's a crunchy. Okay. Get these gloves on here. These are still a little wet. Well, they're wet. But it doesn't matter because they were kept warm in my sleeping bag all night. Sure, my clothes absorb some of the moisture. Let's see if we can even zip this thing up. Not looking good. There we go. Okay. Feel a little restricted, but if I get moving a little bit, my body heat will warm it up. Right, my dear? Okay, you want a stick? Where's your stick? Oh, everything is so frosty. Okay, boy. Okay, buddy. Get it, Auntie. But yeah, all in all, this is a good shelter. This is a fun night. This is a fun night out here. I like having a cozy shelter. Come on, Auntie. The only problem with this one was, I would say, that I couldn't sit under it with my chair and keep the snow off me. I mean, I could have if I would have just not used the chair, but I like that chair. I like that chair a lot. It's going back. Let's get it on my back. Well, anywho, we've got a beautiful wintry scene out here in March. Looks like winter's got no signs of slowing down. But just gonna throw the stick for Monty a few more times, and then we gotta start packing up. Tearing down camp. Yep. Monty, did you lose your stick? Did you lose your stick? Did you lose your stick? Okay, let's go get it. Let's go get it. Come on. You psychopath. Okay. Yeah, Auntie. Alright. Let's tear her down. Oh man. Everything is gonna need a drying out when I get home. Oh, it's gonna make a mess. That was a bad throw. Oh, you'll notice that everything's a little frosty looking, and that's because some of that moisture that got in my lens is I think it's in the camera, maybe on the mirror or something. It's inside the camera, it's not on the outside. The outside looks fine, but yeah, it's frosty. I couldn't even, I had to turn it on this morning. I had to sit there and warm up the button for like 3-4 minutes. I couldn't turn on the camera, and everything was frozen. I couldn't make the screen come out, and I couldn't zoom either to focus, but that's finally moving. But yeah, since I gotta unload this stuff and dry it out as soon as I get home, I don't put it back in the stuff sacks, and it usually is just fine. Well, it's always just fine.
hey, the sun's coming out. Ah! 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 Oh, there's some junk in this sled's trunk. Gotta shed a couple layers. Hey Monty, you wouldn't know nothing about that, would ya? No? You don't shed layers all over the house all the time? No? Huh?
It's like, no. What do you mean? That's just me marking my territory.
Yeah, when you get hair in my nose. I've had it where I've woken up and just had the worst, itchiest, stuffiest, plugged up nose, and I just tried to blow it and nothing, couldn't get nothing, and then I was just digging in there with my fingers, and I'll feel a hair that's I finally get out a little bit of my nose. I'll start to pull on it, and I have a whole Monty hair that's gone up through my nostril, you know, and it's just in there, just the whole thing, and it's just clogging it up. And as soon as I get that hair out, I pull out Monty's long hair. It's I can breathe again. It's like I breathe in his hair and inhale it. Okie dokes, folks. I am all packed up. Shelter's torn down. That was a wonderful little overnighter. Good shelter. Really like that. I'll definitely make that shelter design again in the future. Still have hopes to do a Quincy this winter. This gave me hope that I can still shovel the snow good. But yeah, tasty meal. Slept like a baby. Not the craziest storm I've ever spent the night in, but it's still a nice little winter storm. Nice little snowfall. It's always beautiful out in these storms. But anyways, we're gonna get heading back to the car. So, as always, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more stuff like this, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys at the next video. Come on, Monty. Let's go. Oh, jeez.